Hi there from Scan and Secure. I want to share with you a very simple 4-step strategy for dealing with all the physical photos in your house. First step is cull, second step is scan, third step is keep, and the fourth step is chuck. I know, radical, chuck, we'll get to that. Okay, cull. You've got possibly thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of physical photos if you include all perhaps of those slides that you've got sitting in boxes. And it's impossible to begin to manage all of that when there is just so much. So I know it's hard to get down from tens of thousands to thousands or from thousands to hundreds, but unless you do that, it's just going to be too hard to do the following 3 steps. So take whatever time you need, maybe a weekend, maybe a few weeks, maybe a week of holiday, but get it down from all of that thousands or tens of thousands and get it down to a manageable size. That means throwing out, to begin with, all those duplicates, all those out of focus shots. Do you really need 50 shots of that child's birthday party? Maybe just 3 or 4 will tell the story. Do you really need all those photos from mum that you don't even recognize who these people are? Probably not. So try and get that balance between ruthless and being practical, and if you need to, check in with other family members to see if they've got some memories of those photos that maybe you haven't, so you're not throwing out the ones that you need to keep. But you do need to cull to begin with. Now that could be difficult with slides, because oftentimes with slides you just don't know what's on them unless you want to hold each one up to the light. And perhaps for those it's just better to go straight to step 2, which is scan. You've got it down from tens of thousands to thousands, or from thousands to hundreds. Now it's time to preserve those photos in a digital form. So you want to buy a scanner, or you want to use the services of a scanning business like myself. But if you're going to buy a scanner, 3 things that you need to do. 1, buy a decent scanner. So you probably need to spend more than $500. I would suggest spending $1,000. Get yourself an Epson 800 or an 850. Terrific scanner, and you'll get a really good result. The second thing you need to do is familiarize yourself with the software that comes with the scanner, because it's one thing to scan, it's another thing to use the software properly so that you're getting the most out of the scanner. The third thing, very important, that you need to do is scan the photo at a sufficient resolution. For photo prints, I would suggest 600 ppi. For slides, at least 2400 ppi, maybe 4000 ppi. Now, above those numbers, it starts to get a bit ridiculous, and really you're not going to extract any more information from the photo than those numbers. 600 ppi for photos and between 2400 and 4000 for slides. But please don't scan it for less resolution than that. Which of these photos that you've scanned you want to keep? So you want to keep a physical copy of some of your photos. Now I've done that. It's precious because of what it represents. It's a themed book and I just really like it the way it is. Or I've got this one here, which is a child's first year of birth, and I've kept all of that. His mother would kill me if I chucked it out. And then, I've got lots of historical, well, I say a lot, I've got this little plastic bundle of historical photos that I really want to preserve. And apart from like 3 or 4 albums and that little box, that's it. And that's out of like 25 to 30 photo albums that I had, and tens of thousands of slides. I'm not kidding you. So decide what you're going to keep. It's not a sin to keep photos. I have kept some photos, and the rest I've got digitally scanned, and I've got all of those digital scans backed up so that I can do things like this, create photo books. Isn't that fantastic? These old photos have been scanned and the photo book has been created. So I love doing that. I love having that touchy-feeling part of photos. But once I've culled, then I've scanned, then I've decided which ones I'm going to keep. Then fourth, chuck. The photos that you've scanned, most of them aren't of value as physical photos unless they're like these. So you're going to just chuck them. That's right, put them in the recycling. Get it down. Our houses are so full of clutter and these photos are in danger of damage and they can't be shared. So cull, scan, keep, chuck, and you will be a happier person, and the next generation will thank you for not passing on to them a mess. Instead, you can give them a legacy. Hope that's helpful.